Hi, Taurus. It's me, Renee Michelle. Welcome to Chronicles of a Hoodoo Spiritualist, my channel here on YouTube. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. If you want any information from me, it's on me. It's all down below the screen. This is your January 2016 monthly reading. Okay, Taurus, here we go. The underlying feeling of the month is a feeling of victory, of celebration. Something happened that you like, yes, yay. This is a feeling they give me, yes, 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 yes. Right? Okay. So coming in to the week, right? The feeling of the month, I'm sorry, coming into the month. Defeat, right? I don't feel like this is an argument that you can't win, but I don't think this person could win this argument with you, or this person couldn't convince you, and it's someone from the past. See? This is a card of disillusionment, but it's also a card of looking at somebody through rose-colored glasses, like, and having that past experience. You know what I mean? There's somebody from the past that y'all ended that relationship, and you know they wanted to bring that back, but see how you got your back turned, and you was like, hell nah. That's your feeling coming in this week. Like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to go there with that. We're not going to be there with that. We're not going to happen. It's not going to work out. Sorry. Boo. What you call me for? You know the deal. All right. Later. Love you always. That's the feeling they give me. There's the laughter. Here we go. The first month. The first week of the month, right? It's a star card, which is my wish. I got my wish. It's also letting you know that what you've got this pull, right? You feel like you've been pulled in this direction. Like no matter what you do, you're headed north. No matter how you try to pump the brakes, you keep going in this direction. Let me say maybe I'll go over here, but no, you still end up. That always falls through, and there's one direction. That's divine energy. That's God. Your spirit guides are telling you this is the way we're going. There's a power greater than you, so you can't help it. You just got to go with it and make the best of it. Week 2, right? Still holding on to a lot of emotional baggage, right? These are past issues, past situations. These are situations where people did you wrong, and instead of learning from those situations, you got into other situations with people that did you wrong, and instead of looking back and seeing where the red flags were and knowing that where you can stop a relationship from coming in deeper than they should be, like most of these relationships after the first 2 should have been cut off within the first couple of weeks. But even though you saw the red flags, you kept going, and then you ended up emotionally hurt, and so now you have these scars. You have all this extra baggage because instead of learning your lesson, you continue to let these people go past go or go past first base, huh? And what it really is about is that now you got to let some of that go. But in order to let that go, you have to what? Make an assessment. Jack was always an asshole, right? He was loving when the doors was closed, but you know, in front of his friends, his family, and everybody else, he was just an asshole. He treated you like shit. He was verbally abusive. But yet, still, all in all, you kept with Jack because them times alone was special, right? But you knew at the 4th of July picnic at his family house that this one may not be the man for you. But instead of heeding that big ass red flag, you kept it on with him anyway, for fear of being alone, for the thought that you could fix him, whatever the case may be. And he broke your heart. He hurt you, right? Because he degraded you with his mouth. He cheated on you because he felt you was naive. He did all these things, and it left you with a scar. So when you went into the relationship with Tom, you were scarred. And a lot of you weren't even healed. So Tom starts mouthing off. He gets angry one day and starts mouthing off at you. And the red flag comes up because that reminds you of Jack. But for whatever reason, you keep going because you know, oh, well. The time we spend together when he's not angry is marvelous. Yeah, that reminded me of Jack, but nah, I can fix him. Nobody can be fixed until it's their time. Everybody's on their own growth, their own learning path in life. And you can't force no one to be on your level. You can't force no one to change. They have to be willing and ready to change. They have to have gone through enough themselves to understand that the way they're living their life is not working. So you flying in thinking that you're going to make a difference or make a change in someone is unrealistic. It's insanity. Going over the same thing again and again and expecting different results. It's insane. You have a new idea about going back to school, expanding your mind, taking a trade, or doing an online course, something like that, and that's going to come real strong to you. If you haven't thought of it yet, it's going to come through you strong to you in the 3rd week of this month. A strong, solid idea about how you want to move forward financially and how you want to move forward in your life and what you want to do with the rest of you and yours. That's the 3rd week. Excuse me. Oh. The Justice card, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. The angel. The angel is, representative, heaven of God, the divine, is blowing this horn, right? And these ladies, they're almost in like a baptismal and they're bathing in this music, right? The horn is representation, the music is representation to each of them. Because each of them are going through different stages in their lives. So each of them are listening to a different song, a different tune. One is listening to jazz, the other one rock and roll, and the other one is listening to country. Right? And the message from God is different for each one, but it's about making an assessment in their lives, getting rid of the negative people, getting rid of the bad habits, getting rid of the hurt and the pain and the suffering and the sadness. So that you can grow and move forward. It's about accepting things, having accountability, and moving forward in life. But like I said to you, this is a movement of the divine. This is something that you can't move past. You can't move forward until you make this assessment and lighten the load of this baggage. Because like I said, you're being guided by the divine energy to do this, to handle this inner stuff. And by week 4, you're going to start to do that. There's a reason for that. I did that in another video. So you need to take time and de-stress, because I feel it all up in here. Right? All the way up in here. Tension. Really, I hope you're doing this with me. Like, stretch that out. Right? Because the resolution or the conclusion of the month is that you're having a few about three or four innovative ideas or creative ideas, right? This is having choices, and these are the ideas. But in order to take full advantage of it, in order to really be able to look at it clearly, you're going to have to make this self-assessment, and you're going to have to get rid of some of this emotional baggage so that you can focus and concentrate on the end result, which is going forth in a new endeavor of creativity that will lead to you doing some things that you really like and enjoy. Okay? All right then, Taurus. Till next week. Stay blessed. Ashe.